Hi, this is Scott Jordan. I'm the CEO and founder of Scottevests, and I just wanted to give you one further update on the stolen 3,000 Scottevests. For those of you who have been following this for a while, you know that a couple months back, 3,000 of our jackets with a street value of about a $500,000 were stolen from a secure Homeland Security facility awaiting the clearance of customs. A while back, and the story is becoming more and more clear as I talk today to the district attorney. And basically, the facts are as follows. Number one, they caught the guy who did it and they let him go. This is what happened. This guy who used to be a contractor for this facility, the facility is called St. George Customs Clearinghouse in around L.A. He used to do some work on water pipes and things or whatnot there, but had not done any work for them in some time. Drives up on actually I'm learning on several occasions, not just one. Goes to the security guard, the same security guard on each occasion, is photographed, and there's video showing who he is. Goes up, asks the security guard, says I need to come in, provides what was told to me a handwritten note, which is in effect a manifest saying, I'm here to pick up these containers. And the security guard, again, the same security guard on each occasion, lets him in to take these containers with him. Now, these containers are the size of a railroad car. You can't easily take these. I was told yesterday by the arresting officer that there was no clear ID made on the suspect from the video. But according to the district attorney, that is not true. In fact, of all things, he tells me that his own mother, the suspect's own mother, and the suspect's name is, I don't know, I forgot what, Emmanuel something or another, is the suspect's own mother. I made a clear identification of him in the videos. Moreover, the security guard identified him as well. Now, in looking at this situation, it would be clear to anyone that the security guard, and the suspect are in cahoots in this matter. What was told to me is that the security guard passed a lie detector test that was administered by St. George's facility, a private citizen, if you will, did a lie detector test on their own employee to determine whether he was involved, and he passed. Now, the police never thought to administer their own lie detector test. They just took it at face value that he passed a lie detector test and did not do any further investigation to confirm that. That is ridiculous to both me and as well as the DA, who didn't understand that why a further test wasn't done. The security guard lost, quote unquote, lost, and they cannot produce the handwritten note that the suspect provided to him as well. Again, indicating that the security guard, is in cahoots on this to some degree. However, as it's being told to me, the police never bothered to question or interrogate or otherwise charge the security guard because simply stated they were told, and I'm not even sure that they were given the results of the lie detector test. They were told that he passed this lie detector test. I'll have you know that these are secure homeland facility, clearinghouses that we hear so much about in today's news, where weapons could come in and all these things can happen. And St. George's, they're heavily regulated, and if they were known to have a poor security, their license could possibly be revoked. So they are properly motivated to cover up for their security guard. Not saying that's what happened, but that's what it kind of smells like. What the DA could not press charges because he was not presented with any evidence other than the video and this woman. The fact that he took the containers is not in dispute. Whether he did it under color, under some sort of explanation that would provide him some cover is. And that just blows me away. Now, 20,000 containers go missing every year from the Port of LA. This is a situation that is just taken for granted. People get their insurance checks and just let it happen. I'm not the kind of individual that's going to, take this lying down. I think that this needs to be exposed, and I'm going to do everything I can to expose it at all levels. And if that means law enforcement is not doing their job properly, or the federal government's not monitoring these properly, or whatever the case is, I mean, 20,000 containers the size of railroad cars go missing. So I think that the other thing is that as many of you know, these have been being resold on eBay as soon as days after the crime has been committed, and through another arm of the police department in LA, I've had several an arrest be made for stolen goods. However, the department that was investigating the theft of the containers never bothered to, as far as the DA is concerned, notify the DA of the guy who was fencing the goods on eBay. And even right now, someone is fencing goods on eBay of stolen goods. We've ordered; they're all individually tagged with our purchase order number. So I just think that the complacency of I don't know if it's law enforcement or federal government or local government of allowing this to happen and not digging deeper into what is obviously a major issue, whether it's controlled by organized crime or just a bunch of loosely connected or unaffiliated criminals, just really blows me away. And I'm going to do everything in my power to call attention to this matter as best I can. And I have been fortunate enough to have a bunch of friends involved in law enforcement, try to help me in this regard and make calls and, just, looking out for, trying to figure out what's going on, not going out of their way, but just, recognizing that, this is not an insignificant matter. And despite the help by law enforcement, we're still in a situation where I believe, personally, more could have and should have been done. And I'm not going to stop until more is done. Now, this is not going to recover my products, or at least it's unlikely. But hopefully, if I take this seriously and can shine a light on this matter, then when you hear news stories about our ports being insecure, it will have some meaning that you'll be able to relate to. Yeah, I remember that story of that guy, Scott, and blah, made a big deal and wouldn't shut up about it. So this is my cause, and I will stop at nothing to make sure that people are aware of the situation and that hopefully, an arrest can be made. And I followed the laws all my life because I was scared of going to prison. And yet these guys can do this and do nothing other than say, I lost the note that he gave me. And that's just wrong. It's just flat out wrong. So every day that I have more information, I'm going to provide it. If any of you have contacts within the news media, I would ask you to forward this email to them or this video link to them. I have a bunch of other videos that provide a lot more detailed information. I think that this is ripe for a story to be done by an investigative journalist, or if the police are not willing to take this to the next level. I truly hope they are, because there are ways to make this happen, and I appreciate you watching and listening, and please provide me with your comments and thoughts. Thanks. This is Scott saying, sucks to have your shit stolen from you.